Hi there. My name's Andrew Baker. I'm the founder of BetterSeat. Over the course of my career, I've taken too many flights where I was stuck in a crummy seat. Sometimes it would be a last minute work trip and only middle seats would be available. Other times, my company was willing to pay for business class, but all those seats were full. In both cases, I knew that seats would open up before my flight departed, but I had no idea of knowing when. I knew there had to be a better way, so I built BetterSeat. BetterSeat makes flying more comfortable by ensuring you get the best seats possible on your next trip. Let me show you how it works. So this is our website, www.betterseat.app. I'm going to do this demo here on my laptop, but it works great on your phone too. And so this first trip that we're going to load in is a business trip that I've got coming up from San Francisco to Los Angeles. Your first trip on BetterSeat is always free, no credit card required, so this should just take a couple minutes. I'll go ahead and click Get Started. So to load in a new trip, you just need a few key details: your airline, that 6-character booking reference, and your name. So in my case, I'm flying on United. Today we support American, Delta, and United. My confirmation code was JRWBFK, and my last name Baker. Okay, now BetterSeat's going to ask us a little bit about what our ideal seating looks like. The main question you're going to answer here is aisle versus window. For me, when I fly on my own, I prefer a window seat to an aisle seat, so we'll choose window. And then the next question it's going to ask you is, how important is that preference? Are you the type of person where if there's one window seat available on the plane and it's all the way in the last row, that's the seat that you want? Or is it more like, if there's a row with both a window seat and an aisle seat, you'd prefer the window seat to the aisle seat? I'd say I'm somewhere in between, and so I'll go ahead and keep this one at somewhat important. Now, these next two sections are totally optional, but they're ways that you can fine-tune BetterSeat's algorithm. This first one is about a well-known travel hack where you try to find a seat where the seat next to yours is empty. By default, BetterSeat will try to get you that type of row, but you can tune that up or down as you want here. This last section is about when you're traveling in a group. By default, BetterSeat assumes that it's really important for your group to all sit together, but if you'd rather optimize for the best individual seats, you can do that here too. In my case, I'm going to keep these the same and go ahead and click Next. Okay, here we are on the trip summary page and we're almost done. So you'll see that BetterSeat has pulled in all the details about our flights, including our current seat assignments, 34B and 35B. The next thing you'll probably notice is that BetterSeat has pulled in some statistics about other cabins on the flight. So on my first flight, for example, 0 out of those 16 first class seats are available right now. Now let's say on this flight, I actually would prefer to fly in first class if I could. I could go ahead and check this box right here, saying notify me when a seat becomes available. And as soon as one of those seats opens up, BetterSeat will send me an email so that I can decide if I want to go in and get it. And that's all we have to do. So this first trip is free, no credit card required. We'll go ahead and click Finish. And that's it. So here we are on our BetterSeat dashboard, and we can see that our trip has been successfully activated. If we scroll down here, we'll see all those same details, plus that BetterSeat is working to find us better seats. So to tell you more about what that looks like, I'm actually going to tell you the story of Jane, one of our beta users. Jane had to book a last-minute business trip from San Francisco to Boston. Her flight was coming up just a couple days away, and so there were only middle seats available on her flights when she booked the trip. So Jane added the trip to BetterSeat, and then we got to work right away looking for better seating. And about 24 hours later, after she added the trip to BetterSeat, we sent Jane this email saying we grabbed you a better seat on your flight to Boston. So you're now sitting in seat 12A. And if we scroll down here, we can see that Jane was previously in 10E, a middle seat on this flight, and now we got her into 12A, a window seat. But Jane's preference was actually for an aisle seat, not a window seat. And this is one of my favorite things about BetterSeat, is that we keep looking for better seating for you up until the moment your flight begins to board. And so BetterSeat kept working, and indeed about 12 hours later, we sent Jane another email saying we grabbed you a better seat on your flight to Boston again. This time you're sitting in seat 7D. So we moved her from 12A to 7D, from that window seat into an aisle seat like she was looking for. I love telling this story about Jane because to me it's exactly the type of pickle I built BetterSeat to help with. And so if you've got a trip coming up where you could use a better seat, go on over to betterseat.app and click Get Started to add your trip for free, no credit card required. Everybody's first trip is free with BetterSeat, but if you work on a team where you travel for work often, you can start a 6-week free trial of BetterSeat, and you and all your teammates can add as many trips as you want for those first 6 weeks, no strings attached. Thanks so much for taking some time to learn about BetterSeat. I'm Andrew. Safe travels.